Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Hope you're all good. Right, we are heading off back over to A Better World Brewing Company, and we are taking a look at their Polar Pale Ale. It's coming in at 4% and it's in a 440ml can. Now, I picked this up as part of a big box and I got discount on it. But if you was to buy this separate, just as a single can online, it would cost you £4. Depending on if you were going to buy a big box of stuff, it can all change. I think it come down to about £2.50 a can if I'd bought the 24 pack just as it was. I also got a £10 off my first order code thing. So basically this come in at £1.66 for me on that particular order. You're not going to get that all the time, but individually £4. But I was lucky enough to get this for £1.66, so really good price on this occasion. I love the artwork. It was the artwork that caught my eye. Now on the back it says, our classic single hop Citra Pale Ale. Polar is the perfect session beer. It's citrusy, soft and juicy with a lovely tang on the taste buds. And they're on a mission to plant trees and all that lot from money they make, basically. Or when you buy a thing, they'll plant a tree. So, glass at the ready. Let's get it cracked open. Come out the fridge about 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. So let's get it cracked open, get it into a glass and see what we get. This brewery was brought to my attention from Beer Dog Reviews. So go and check out his channel. Watch his videos. If you like him, give him a sub. If you don't watch or just don't bother, but go and have a nosy, see what you think. So a big thank you to Beer Dog for that, for pointing these out to me. I don't think I'd have ever heard of them. I would have at some point, no doubt. But yeah, what do I think of their beers? Well, I've reviewed 3 of them. I think in every video I've said they're nice beers, they're decent beers. They're not £4 beers for me personally, what I've had. And I think they're sort of supermarket standard beers, but that little bit better. They've got a bit more gumph than the standard supermarket sort of craft beer. So I do think £4 is personally a little bit overpriced, but they're pretty decent beers. So now I've done all that talking and chatting rubbish. Beer in a glass. The head has gone down a little bit, but we'll give it a swirl. It's not a great glass, to be honest. I love my missus. She bought it and had it engraved and that, but it's not a great glass. But in a glass, it is a hazy, orangey sort of lemon sort of colour. It's looking a bit more orange on your side of things. We got about a finger of white head. It was bigger than that, but it has started to come in on itself. But yeah, sort of like quite big bubble head on it. But it looks like a pale ale. Craft pale ale, obviously, not a traditional one. So, let's go in. Citra, single Citra hot pale ale. Let's give it a sniff. Oh yeah. That's got a lovely, you can just smell that Citra hop. It's lovely citrus and it's quite a punchy sort of citrus aroma. There's a lovely hoppy smell in there. It sort of smells light, it smells refreshing. So let's stop chatting shit. Let's see what we get with this one. Cheers. Okay, and that's pretty much exactly what it is. Light and refreshing. The body is 4%. It's a pale ale. Pale ales aren't really... I suppose you can get some, but they're not really known for being a sort of weighty sort of beer. And at 4%, you know, you're not getting that. It is a light, easy drinking beer. Carbonation in there, it's very minimal, but there's enough in there to sort of keep it alive. I think it's good that it's not too overcarbonated, because the body is light, it would feel very rough. The mouth feels pretty decent, considering, like I say, the carbonation. They've got that right, and with the body being light, you know, if they'd got the carbonation too busy, it would have been a rough mouthfeel. It is soft on the taste. It's exactly what it said on the can. It's tangy, it's juicy, it's citrus notes. It's a little bit hoppy. On the back end for me, right on the back end, so to start off with, juicy, citrus, hoppy. Now, I'm almost getting a cracker-like maltiness just come through. Just on the back end, all that juiciness disappears and you're left with a lovely little malty flavour. 4%. Yeah, it's drinking like that. You could even say a little bit higher, but there's you've got quite a bit of flavour in there. There is maybe, if I'm going to be harsh, there is maybe a tad of wateriness in this beer right on the back end, but I would probably be nitpicking if I'm going to be honest. Excuse me. I'm not sure if there's a little bit of a piney sort of feel in this as well, judging from that burp. Yeah. I'd also say, actually, thinking about it, there is a little piney resinous going on in this as well. Like I say, 4%, plenty of flavour for the sort of beer it is. It's light, it's refreshing. It's going to quench your thirst. It's going to be sessionable. Which is what you want really, isn't it? If you're buying a 4% beer, low ABV beer, certainly with this style, you've got to be looking at refreshing, thirst quenching, light, easy to drink. And really, this does it all. So, I mean, it's not a style I'm a big fan of. I think it's pretty decent. Again, is it worth £4? It's a pretty decent pale ale, but I still think £4 is maybe a little bit over the top. But like I say, I didn't buy that. So if you do give it a go, try and get a box and get a discount code. But Better World Brewing Company's pale ale coming in at 4%, polar pale ale. Yeah, like I say, I'm going to be fair and say that's a decent drop, because low ABV and pale ales aren't my thing. So, but yeah, that's definitely got a lot more flavour than a lot out there. So give it a go, Better World Brewing Co. If you've had the beer before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.